の時を待ちわびたぞ。さあ、南東に絶望を送ってやろう。目障りだ。
思い出の中でじっとしていてくれ。
私は思い出にはならないさ。
If you thought that the last video that I uploaded was going to be the last video that I make talking about this subject, you don't even know. You don't even know. Hello, my good friends. This is Chaos Angel here, also known as Lord of Omni, and I'm back at it again with another flippin' video for you. This one is going to be a discussion of the highly anticipated character for Super Smash Bros. Brothers, Sephiroth. Good God, golly goodness. Never before did I think that that was going to come out of my mouth. And yet it did. Yet it did. Possibly one of the biggest iconic villains who is so well known that even his own theme says his name, Sephiroth. He honestly should be the originator of the meme, "Why do I hear boss music in essence?" I always somewhat thought in the back of my head that if they could somehow get Cloud and Smash, then they should absolutely be able to get Sephiroth and Smash as well. The only question was, when? Never did I expect that time would arrive at this point, yet here we are, and I got no complaints whatsoever. If we think about it for a bit, it actually makes sense for him to be here along with Cloud. Sephiroth has always been a character that pairs along with Cloud. It becomes even more apparent with the theming between them, how Sephiroth will never be a memory and that he will always exist as long as Cloud exists. Sephiroth will always be a part of Cloud and will always follow Cloud. It's a narrative that has become prominent within not only the movie Advent Children, which the trailer is taking literal inspiration from, but also from the newly released Final Fantasy VII Remake. And though I say inspired, let's be real here. They literally took scenes from the movie, shot by shot, and placed it in the trailer, and I still love it anyway. From Sephiroth's altered despair line, to him forming the clouds in the sky, to even them using Zelda for you-know-what, and literally stabbing Mario. Not to mention, and here's the kicker, with Cloud's new Final Smash Omni version 5 ending the video with Cloud and Sephiroth exchanging their end quotes from Advent Children, and flippin' showing off safer Sephiroth to cap things off, this was quite frankly the best character reveal trailer they've ever made so far. And that's definitely saying something, given how this is the first CG trailer they've made in a long while. Hell, this is the first time Cloud has ever been in a CG trailer. He hasn't even been in his own special trailer when he was first revealed at the time. That tells you they really put in the money and effort for this reveal. Now, getting into the reveal, we gotta talk about what we've seen in the trailer and how Sephiroth is going to work in Smash. Firstly, let's talk about just how great they start off things with the gameplay footage after his splash screen. I just love how they start off things with his descent into the Sephiroth we know, showing the famous Nibelheim incident scene with him surrounded by flames. It looks so damn good, I immediately made it my background on my PC. Like, I was so shook by seeing that scene over and over again, I can only hope it ends up being his victory screen. I can only pray for that to happen. Not only the presentation, but even his model in game looks so good. His stature, his very presence just oozes with intimidation and power. For some who looks at this character and says, he's just another anime sword fighter, my good friends, I'm gonna need to correct you on that, cause he's not just any anime sword fighter. He's the anime sword fighter. And I'm gonna need you to put some respect to his name. But all jokes aside here, I gotta say again, I'm still having a hard time believing he will be coming to Smash, and fairly soon too. All I can say is I will continue to never underestimate Sakurai's ability to make dreams like this a reality. Now, if he could just make Sora a reality. I seriously can't help but appreciate the amount of detail that went into this trailer. There were so many clear nods from Advent Children, but not to mention OG Final Fantasy VII as well. Like for instance, the final descent, or more so, the planet's core, aka the upper core, where you face the final Jenova boss, Jenova Synthesis. This stage alone has so many references in it. From the meteor descending to Highwind flying out of the northern crater with the live stream in close pursuit. Like, this is a Final Fantasy VII fever dream of details into one damn trailer. Like, I never get tired of watching it, but in all seriousness, I really gotta stop gushing about this or I will end up making a 30-minute video of just how hype this trailer was. Let's go ahead and move on to the sneak peek of his moves and take a look-see on what we will be dealing with in the coming presentation. Now, Sephiroth is not someone to be trifled with, as you can no doubt tell from the trailer. Bayo, Greninja, and Mario can most certainly attest to that. And if that wasn't enough, just think, someone who was capable of slicing a flippin' godlike being such as Galeem in half is not someone to scoff at. The One Wing Angel is a big deal, and I can only hope that much is represented in his gameplay. And judging from what we've seen so far, it's shaping to be just that. For starters, they absolutely captured his range to a T. Like, do you not see that freakishly long and beautiful sword that is the Masamune? But seriously, by the great seventh heaven, Sephiroth easily beats many in the range department when it comes to sword characters. And as far as his attacks go, some are pretty much pulled from many of the games he starred in. However, a great deal of his moves are mostly coming from Dissidia in essence. His F smash is straight up his default attack from Final Fantasy VII. Not to mention the spell he uses in the trailer that looks as though it could be Flare, but could also be Fire 3, also known as Firaga. As far as the rest, moves like Hell's Gate, Scintilla, Shadow Flare, Octaslash, almost everything so far from Dissidia is here, and it just makes me excited for what we'll be seeing from his presentation. My hope is to see moves like Oblivion, Heaven's Light, Transience, and most importantly, and say it with him now,
Descend, heartless angel.
Now, as far as Safer Sephiroth is concerned, I'm sure many expect him to use Supernova just as much as I do. Hell, if I don't see it last up to 2 minutes, I say I'll be fairly disappointed. Unacceptable! Those aren't my only hopes though. I really hope that Sephiroth doesn't become just another Byleth, with long range but slow as hell when it comes to his animations. Cause I will say right now, Sephiroth is anything but slow. Many of his mechanics from other games could be implemented in some way, like how Dissidia NT Sephiroth has the ability to cancel his attack animations into an instant dash, enabling him to chase after his opponents to continue attacking in rapid succession. Hell, the One Wing Angel mechanic can even be an expansion on his original moveset. Sure enough, it would take a lot of work, but it would make him fairly unique as a character if his moveset could change when he turns into the One Wing Angel form. It doesn't even need to be a one-note install. It could be a permanent form change that you can switch in and out of to change his moveset into new moves, with the change having an advantage and a disadvantage depending on the situation. It is one thing that could most certainly work for Sephiroth in the long run, as the whole limit break mechanic doesn't exactly fit his style. And I'd rather not deal with another Arson install, as that wouldn't wholly be unique to him in any way, shape, or form. Only time will tell until the presentation hits. And speaking of the presentation, I can't wait to see what Sakurai has in store for us other than showing off what Sephiroth is capable of. Music, spirits, and maybe some new Mii fighters? Like, just imagine finally getting more Final Fantasy music. How hype would it be to have songs like Genova, Perfect Genova, The One Chosen by the Planet, Birth of a God, and last but not least, Reunion. Just the thought of having any of these songs is getting me hype for what's to come. And don't even get me started with Mii fighters. Can you just picture in your head Mii fighters of Tifa and Barret styled in the same way as Sans and the others? That would be absolutely amazing. Possibly a pipe dream, but amazing nonetheless. And if they can't do that, we can always get them as spirits. Not just them, however. They could even give us spirits that work along with Sephiroth himself. Genova's 3 forms, Or maybe Bizarro Sephiroth, seeing as his safer form will likely have a spirit given the final smash. The possibilities are endless, my good friends, on what we'll end up seeing during the presentation. But more so than anything, I can only hope and pray that Sephiroth will be the character that I wish for, that we all wish for. I mean, I know he'll be the character that I wish for in the end. I have full faith that Sakurai will do him justice. There's literally so many things that they can do to make him an absolutely crazy, fun character to play with. And that is all that matters to me. As long as he's fun to play every single time I pick him up, I don't care what tier he ends up in. That, and as long as I can look badass with him, which I'm sure I will be, then I can say he will forever be my go-to character along with Palutena. I can say for certain that this is going to be quite a joyous moment for many of the fans of Final Fantasy VII when Sephiroth releases, whatever that may be. And with that, my good friends, that's all I have for you in this discussion video. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be streaming my reaction to the presentation coming Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific and 5 p.m. Eastern. We only have a few days left, and I just cannot contain my hype any longer for what's to come. The reunion is coming, and Sakurai has already given out invitations. I hope to see you there. But real talk, who's more excited for Kirby Roth?